So it's interesting how the Lord does things, because this morning, in my time with Him in the office, I just felt such an impartation and an urgency to share a word about God breaking the harshness of people's darkness and moving us into times of favor. So I made a post about that earlier today. It's here, it's on Facebook and YouTube as well. But the Lord's just really turning this over, and I just sense such a prophetic urgency from the heart of God. And so I just wanted to clear some things. The Lord is just turning over and over, because we are entering a dimension called different. When God moves you into the time of favor, everything that had been against you, is where people have been against you, dynamics have been against you, that's just been very harsh, that all goes away. God shifts it. The governing hand of God comes into your situation, comes greatly upon your life, and where you've been barren, you're now favored. The deepest parts of the brokennesses that you've experienced in darkness that have produced such intensity inside your soul, those things go away. God is shifting the dynamics in your favor big time. And so a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to enter that dimension called different, where now all of a sudden you're not barren, you're not broken, you're flourishing, you're thriving. You have multiple evidences in your life that God has not only favored you, but that He is multiplying and increasing that favor. Second is the dimension of acceleration. Number one, you're going to see favor. Number two, you're going to enter a time of acceleration. Acceleration means God does things quickly. Where there has been no movement, you're going to begin to see a lot of change in a short period of time, and the changes are good. Good changes are coming in a time of acceleration. You do not need to fear the changes. You got to roll with them. You're going to have to flow with the changes. Get ready to run in the goodness of God. Get ready to run in newness. A time of acceleration is what God's going to move you into. The dimension of called different, that's what favor does, and a time of acceleration. If you want to see this for yourself, there are many examples of acceleration in the scriptures, but I would lead you to look into, do a deep dive in the book of Ruth, especially Ruth chapter 2. The scripture says she enters into Bethlehem at the time of barley harvest, after she'd been married for 10 years to a man who is dead. His brother died, his father died, everything's died around her. Not only that, but she was barren in her own life. So for 10 years approximately, she's married, can't have a baby, she can't conceive, she's barren. But when she enters Bethlehem in the time of the barley harvest, she goes from being a poor, literally poor, barren widow within 3 months to a wealthy landowner who's now married, and on her wedding night conceives a son and has a baby. God moved Ruth in a time of favor into a dimension called different, and a time of acceleration. That's what God is going to begin doing with you. This is a time where covenant sons and daughters are going to enter the time of favor, where we walk in the dimension of different and experience divine acceleration. The Lord's just been so stirring me, and there's a sense of urgency on this word. So watch what God does. It's going to be great. You're going to run in the goodness of God.